right, so I'm here today with, you said your name was Aaron, right?
Yes.
How you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing all right today.
Good, good. How old are you, Aaron?
37.
37, huh? You originally from down here in Colorado?
No, sir. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison, Wisconsin. What brings you all the way down here to Colorado?
Well, sir, back in 2018, I decided that I'd had enough of being strung out. I was addicted to heroin. Went to jail, and upon my release, I immediately came out here with my ex-fiance. 27 hours after my release, I was here in Denver, Colorado. We went up to Fort Collins. She decided, amongst other things, to go back home. I stayed. It's been a tumultuous journey here. It's been up and down. Unfortunately, we're on the downside right now, but I've got some issues to clear up, and get to take my life back. And being homeless, it's kind of it's a fickle thing. It's I don't have any kids or anything, so it's just me. However, I do have a significant other that I do care deeply about. But while I'm using drugs or getting high, she will have nothing to do with me.
Where is she at?
She's in Denver. Yeah, she's here in Denver. I realized a lot in the last few months of being homeless again. I've been out here just over 4 years now, and I realized that, and everywhere I go, there I am. I can't hide from myself. I got to realize that it's not people, places, or things. It's within myself that I gotta find and make my adjustments. It's me. It's not anything else, because I've changed everything else. You know what I mean? I left a complete life behind in Madison, Wisconsin. Left everything. I didn't tell anybody I was coming out here. I just left.
So you got your family back there?
Yes,
And
I've
didn't
got
tell anybody, huh?
nobody, not a single person. Well, one person, my best friend Zach. I called him the night I left and told him, asked him where he was, told him I needed to meet him immediately, and I said, hey bro, I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. And I haven't seen him in 4 years. I talk to him, every other week or so. So he's always good support. My mom, she's worries about me a lot, and I'm doing bad right now, but I'm not. It's not gonna last too much longer. Like I said, I've got some issues to clear up, and then once those are cleared up, I'll be able to move forward and hopefully, get off these streets. The streets of Denver are like no other that I've ever seen before. It's not fun or cute or anything like that. I hear a lot of people say when I'm on the bus or in public or something, they say, all these homeless people, they like generalize and just categorize people as all the same.
They don't know.
They have no clue.
No.
By trade, I'm a union carpenter. So I mean,
And that's one thing that
yeah, that's one thing that I have an actual trade, or I do hold medical licenses too. I'm a certified nursing assistant, amongst other things. And if you look around me, this is, we try to make the best of what we can with what we got. We don't try to impact our neighbors too much. That's why we kind of try to hide out in the alleyways and stay out of the way. For me, I think that my addiction has definitely cost me everything. There's absolutely no doubt that if I wasn't getting high, I would be at home. I'd be driving my truck. I would be doing a lot of different things. And people say, well, why don't you just quit? Well, you know what? I wish I could. I wish it was just as simple as turning it off. I wish I knew why, that if I know getting high is the one thing that I can't do, regardless of what it's going to cost me, I'm still going to do it. It does not matter to me. Nothing, nobody. I don't have those answers, and I guess that's what I'm searching for now.
Let me roll back to you. You mentioned CNA. You were a CNA down there
In Wisconsin,
back home?
yes.
Wow, that's a pretty good title there, man.
Yeah.
What led you into addiction from being a CNA?
To be honest, I injured my back at work.
Yeah.
And then, it came the oxycodones, followed by the oxycodone with the OxyContin, and then an immediate cutoff with no wean down period. They just cut me off my script one day because they said my count was off, which was not possible considering they only gave me 3 weeks instead of a 1 month supply. They didn't bother to fact check or look into any of it, and they just cut me off. And for about a month and a half till my doctor called me and was like, "Oh my God, we know we made a mistake, blah, blah." Well, it was too late for that, but I've already moved on.
And your drug of choice is?
It's heroin. It was heroin, but fentanyl now. It's all fentanyl.
The synthetic one, huh?
That's the synthetic blues. The blues, yeah. Welcome to the life of the blues.
It's on the blues.
It's the only thing around. You can't find the black tar heroin that they have here anymore. That was
too much money, right?
And that's too expensive. I mean, you can get a little bitty pill for anywhere from say $3 to $7. $3 to $7.
I talked to somebody in Aurora, said she could find it as cheap as $1, man.
Yeah, if you buy quantity for sure.
I don't know how strong.
Yeah. Oh, they'll be probably the same. They'll be fucking very strong.
Very cheap.
Yeah.
Mix,
I mean, for me, I smoke about on a good. If I'm having a good day, I'll probably smoke 25 pills, maybe 30.
Wow. How do you go about getting the money for that? Like, what do you do? What's your
right now, my hustle's not very prideful right now. I do a lot of boosting.
you boost?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a ghetto Robin Hood.
Right.
I take from the big box, sell to the poor man. Yeah. Why not? I also do a little bit of dumpster diving, but it's I don't like getting all dirty in the dumpsters, to be honest. I'd rather go let corporate America go ahead and let them have it. You know what I mean? The big boxes, your Home Depots, your Walmarts, your people that are ripping off everybody else. And I'd like to say I feel bad about it, but when I'm stealing some diapers or some formula for their kids, I don't feel bad at all.
I don't. It comes down to that, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, if people got kids out here, then there is homeless people with children. Yeah. The kids are out here too, and I don't have any kids of my own, so when I have an opportunity to go ahead and get for some parents, I'd seize every single one of them. And in some cases, I'd just give the products to them, whatever.
It's hard right now, man. It is not cheap.
It's not, and I used to stay in hotels. Back when I had a girlfriend, I stayed in a hotel every single night, but that's a damn waste of money. $70 to $120 every single night. Just for what? For a room I'm going to be in for a couple hours, probably not even sleep. And then what? Then it's time to go, and I got to carry all this shit. No, thank you. I don't want to put up with the checkout time. If it don't fit in my backpack right here, I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Have you tried any of the shelters, man?
So I'll tell you what. I went to a shelter once, and boy, howdy. I'll tell you this. It was like something otherworldly to me. There was a bunch of fucking people drooling and smelled like shit. Absolutely disgusting. And then they just give you this a little hospital blanket and a green mat on the floor like Adams County Jail or something. And I said, okay, like, never again. I'll take my chances out here, and if fucking hopefully
Which one was this, man? Was it the Coliseum?
What's that?
What shelter were you at?
I was at the I think Jesus Saved, or the one over there on shit.
You got it?
Yeah. Sorry. The shelter over there, I think Jesus Saves, or it was the other one. It was over there downtown, kind of off Stout Street, somewhere in that area.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even.
Not good, huh?
No, not at all. St. Francis. There it is.
Oh, is that the
Yeah,
one?
I believe it was St. Francis or something, because I'll tell you this, it was just filthy, absolutely disgusting, stunk. It was worse than jail, honestly. And, to subject myself to that, or and then I hear people stealing stuff and all this, that, and the next. I'm not looking to catch another case, you know what I mean? I'm looking to just lay back, or, kick back, relax, and be cool. I don't like conflict too much. I'm pretty laid back, but at the same time, it's a dangerous place out here. These streets are not safe by any means. This is not a,
What do you do for protection? I mean, when you eventually go to sleep at night?
If I'm sleeping, I'll sleep with a group of people. Like, I have, friends over here that, we watch out for each other. Somebody's going to be up all night long. Just watching, making sure that nobody's coming through to jack us or hurt us. Which it does happen. People do come and try to attack the camps. It's kind of crazy. But you know, for protection, you know, we got knives and you know, bear mace is a big one. You know, and bear mace is honestly better than a gun. And then you know we have collapsible batons or whatever. You know, then you know there's a lot of knuckleheads out here though that do have guns, and you know that's a scary thing is when somebody's all twacked out and they're fucking and they've got that gun. That's
it's not a good combination.
No, that doesn't always end too well. You know, like just a couple, like a week ago, there was a big shootout down at the fucking bus stops down there on Broadway and Colfax, broad daylight.
Really? Wow.
Yep. Like 40 some shots fired.
I think I seen that one on the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, that one, 3 people were hit. There's still bullet holes all over the place.
Damn.
It's absolutely insane.
What is it that I'm originally from Los Angeles.
Okay.
And down there, I knew what it was about because it was gang thing.
Yeah.
What is it about down here, man? Like,
So here will be probably more of an intimidation deal, like, you know, you'd say like maybe the blacks against the Mexicans or the Hondurans.
Yeah.
There's a lot of turmoil that way. There is a lot of gang-related issues here. Bloods and Crips are very...
There's some, huh?
Some.
Wow,
what do you mean? Some. They run it here.
I swear to God, I've never seen them.
Oh, you go down West Colfax would be the Bloods, East Colfax would be the East Side Crips.
I did not know that.
Yep, and then you have a couple of GDs and, you know, some
and
various...
I pay attention to my surroundings. I just...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was not aware of it.
Yeah, you have a lot of politicking going on around here, and it can get heavy quick, you know, like don't get caught up wearing the wrong colors and the wrong hood. Like I actually had to explain my blue jacket over at the Knox station
right?
yesterday. They're like, hey, blood, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm just passing through. Like, I don't want no smoke. I'm cool. Like, you know, wound up to sell the dude a bunch of merch too, but yeah, wound up making a sale, you know, and didn't get robbed or beat up. So I was pretty happy about that.
Right.
You know, I'd like to say I'm a tough guy, but you know, when there's more than 3, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just try to keep cool and give everybody the same level of respect. Respect is huge out here. That's why I don't care who you are, man, woman, child. I address everybody. Hello, how you doing? Hey, what's up? You know, just good morning. However, you know, if somebody sneezes, say bless you. You know, just I do as much as I can to make sure that I'm holding a high level of respect. In the same token, though, I demand mine in return. You know, I don't mind not being addressed back, or I don't mind none of that type of shit, but you know, any blatant disrespect or anything like that, you know, I will. You know,
I think anybody.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of.
Let me ask you: is the blues a hard one to kick, man?
It's impossible to kick, because here's the deal, with the blues, the come down is much stronger. Like the initial sickness is much stronger than heroin.
Really?
Where heroin lasts for a long time, the sickness, the blues is over within about probably 4 or 5 days, but it's intense. It's intense. Yeah, well, heroin, you would feel that for about a month, maybe longer. You know, I've withdrawn off heroin for almost 6 weeks in jail before.
Wow.
And you know, the
Did
absolute.
they give you anything in jail?
Some they give you like some anti-nausea meds or something like that. But like
A lot
say,
of sweets, huh?
oh yeah, honey buns out there. Yeah, you eat a lot of honey buns if you got the money. If you got somebody to look out for you, that is.
Put
You
something
know.
on your books. Huh?
Exactly. Pay that booking fee and then get something on the books.
Yeah.
But then like say what hey, we're doing an interview, bud.
Okay.
Hey, yeah. Please keep it moving.
All right.
Thank you. And you know, like so the the fuck was
We're
that?
talking about
Yeah.
kicking.
Kicking the blues. So kicking the blues for me, I won't do it. I've tried the methadone clinic, the close one over here, but you know, they're only open from 7 to 9 on Saturdays, or if you miss 2 days, you got to do a restart, or this, that, and the next. I was up to 110 milligrams, and then they told me I had to do a restart after I was only missed 2 days. It's supposed to be 3 days for one, but for 2, I was like, so now you only give me 30 milligrams? Like, that's just gonna leave me sick
Are
anyways.
these services provided to you free of charge?
If you have Medicaid, yes. If you signed up for
really?
Medicaid for the, like, you know, if you get food stamps or benefits that way, then yes. Medicaid gets billed. But if you go to, like, say, Denver or like say if I was to go to Denver jail, they would start my methadone there. I would get actual methadone in the jail. So they would, so I wouldn't be sick. And because, to be honest, when you go through that, if you're just to get nothing, it's pretty inhumane to leave somebody on the floor shitting and pissing on themselves and fucking throwing up everywhere. It's pretty inhumane. And, I kind of, I'd like to say that people out here, the way it's going is, they're almost becoming feral. In a way, the society, the community out here, because it's not just 1, 10, or 1,000. There's, literally tens of thousands. Hey, where's my shoes at? Where's that bag of fucking shoes? Oh, it's right here. I got them. Sorry, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
My bad.
Bag's right there.
Yeah, my bad. I got to tripping for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, where's my shit? But so there's not 1, 10, 100, or 1,000. There's probably 10,000 homeless people, the actual number, throughout the whole Denver metro area.
Yeah, this state has bought a lot of hotels, man.
Yes.
You go to a hotel and you're trying to check in, but it's a sober living or
it's
or a shelter.
Yes.
They've turned them into.
Yes. Which I say, it's good to see that something's getting done. I, for one, have never gotten a voucher for a room when it's cold. I don't know, maybe I just don't stand in line, or, I'm not aware of where to go. I've gone to a couple places for some things, and, they've been more than helpful. A lot of times, like, say, the ID issue, you can't do nothing without an ID. Barely anything.
Yeah,
you can't even sign up for a government phone down at one of them kiosk tents, except for there's only one company that you don't need your actual ID. And if you do have an ID, it's got to be Colorado. I had a Wisconsin ID, which hopefully here soon I'll be getting a Colorado ID. But I'm just looking forward to getting my issues resolved. A couple of days ago, I spent a couple of days with my girl. She I guess, I don't know if she felt bad or whatever the deal was. She chose to come see me, and I guess I realized I have a bigger problem than I thought when I couldn't even give her 2 days of not getting high, because I took drugs on our little trip, and that cost me. So it definitely soured her to me again, and I guess I'm just tired of fucking shit up. So I mean,
Well, you're young still, man.
I'm 37, man. I'm old enough to do better, know better, and do better. This is not, never in my life was I homeless before I came here, and then I guess circumstance made me homeless. I guess I chose to stay homeless.
Your mom and dad still alive?
Yes, and my mom's worried sick. She just lost her husband of 35 years, and it sucked that I couldn't fly home because I can't get on a plane, no ID. And on top of that, I got other issues, legal issues pending, that'll be sending me up the river for a little bit, which, I'm not really too fucked up about. I kind of welcome the closure of all this bullshit around me, so I can actually move forward and do something with myself. Like I said, I'm a union carpenter, and as I look around the city, I mean, this isn't a very good view. This is more of a view of where I stay. But there's plenty tower cranes, which means there is a ton of work.
Yeah, it's always growing.
It's always growing here. This is, I love Denver, Colorado. It's a beautiful city. It's my favorite city in the country that I've been to so far. I've seen many states and many cities. And I've only been to Colorado once before I moved out here. I came out here once when I was 17, passed through Denver, went out to the western slope to Paonia to pick up a car with my friend, stayed for a week here, and then I just decided that once I seen the mountains and once I was in the mountains and realized on a grand scale of how tiny I am in this universe and how vast this place really is, I realized that I need to come be a part of this. And when I first came out here, I did really well. I was very successful. I got here on a Thursday, So that leaves Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Monday morning, I went to work, for a legitimate tax-paying job, which I held for many months, and then I got in doing construction work again for another 6 months, and then another relationship soured, so I let that dictate my future, and I guess I got a lot to work on within myself to not rely on others and to just realize that nobody's coming to save me. I got to save myself.
Let me ask you this last question, and I ask everybody towards the end of my video. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I'd like to be in my own home with the mortgage, with the truck, with the payment, or maybe hopefully own the damn thing outright. I try to pay cash for most things, but I want to just leave this shit alone. Once I get wrapped up, I'm done. I throw in the towel. I'm 37, and my woman, she's 54, so she's much older than me, and she made a point to me yesterday as she dropped me off, and she's like, I don't have a lifetime to wait for you. You're, this is not what I want, and she's like, this is fucking disgusting. Like, how are you gonna choose taking a fucking pill and putting it on foil and smoking it over me? And I didn't have an answer. I didn't know how to fucking answer that. That was a doozy of a question. I realized that in 5 years from now, I'd like to be, out of the system, back up out of, I understand I don't have violent crimes, so I'm not going to jail for life or anything like that, but I'm definitely,
No felonies?
Yeah, I have felonies. Yeah, I have my second aggravated motor vehicle theft and weapons by previous offender. So, I got caught with a pistol in a stolen car. I'm glad, honestly, that I got caught with that pistol, or that it ended when it did, because
could have been worse.
Worse things were coming very soon. And I'm just glad it came to a head. I was bonded out, and then in the middle of my addiction, I was all spracked out. I fucking skipped court, and now my girl is on the hook for that money from the bail bondsman. So they, it was like $1,500 to get me out, $1,500 cash that's just gone just to get me out. Plus they tacked on about another $3,500 for bounty hunter fees. So, she's pretty pissed with me about all that. She just, I know within myself that this isn't it. This is temporary. But, there's people out here, this isn't, this is, to some people, this is life. This is what they do, this is how they do it. Like, this isn't my life, this is just a temporary, me going through a temporary thing. And I don't aim to continue to make, live this way. It's just, I only have one person here that gives a remote fuck about me. And like I said, I can't figure out how to not get high for 2 fucking days when she wants to take me somewhere. So.
Well, I wish you nothing but luck, man. I hope you're able to kick the habit, man.
Yeah, it's a tough monkey, I'll tell you that.
All right. Do you have any last words you want to say on here? Maybe somebody would see this video.
Yeah, if you're going through it, if you're going through something, just reach out, find somebody to talk to. Just don't hold things in and think you can handle shit yourself. Find somebody you trust, find anybody, go to a meeting, find somebody that you can vent to. Because I find that, like, talking to my friends here, or talking even I have an easier time talking to strangers, because there's no image to uphold, there's nothing to uphold. So to just be able to be completely honest with somebody is huge. And there's a few people that I give it to people straight, cutting the raw. I don't sugarcoat shit. Don't need to, don't want to. I don't lie about shit. I like to keep shit as transparent as possible. If you're going through it, just reach out. Somebody will help you. There's people that even these bums on the street, a lot of them have big hearts. A a lot of them will give you the shirt off their back. It's just, you know, there's certain, you know, ways of life out here, and, you know, helping others and respect is one of them. And, you know, with that, you know, just keep your head up. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. And if you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. Never give up.
Thank you, man. Thank you again.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
mind me uploading this to YouTube?
Go ahead. Yes, please.
Thank you for sharing, man. Like
Yes.
I said, like I told you earlier, I'm just out here bringing awareness and getting people's stories.
Yes,
as everybody is unique.
Yeah, you know, I'm you know, I'm nobody special, but, you know, if I can help one person,
yes,
then
you are special, man. We all are.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. All right. Thanks again. All right.
Yes,
All right.
appreciate you.